All right, we are live. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I don't run out of gas. How many of you guys have been on the streets driving and all of a sudden you run out of gas? Has that ever happened to you? Good. It has never happened to me. It has never happened to me. I don't remember that I've ever ran out of gas, but my computer might run out of gas. So let me go in here, guys. Let me check my phone. Let's put my from Mac. You can go to focus, so that way leave me alone for 1 hour. So that way I don't get nobody bothering me here. Nobody bothering me here. Let's close all this extra stuff. Sorry, I had a bunch of tabs open because I'm working on a funnel. So that is what we're going to talk about today, right? So today is Funnel Saturdays. What is a funnel? And without further ado, I am going to share what a funnel really is. I don't think, do I need to start recording this? Maybe. Let's see if I can start recording this or not. I should have been upstairs with my other screen, guys, but I'm actually going to show you my whole entire desktop because I was trying to do, let me see if I can actually do here, and I'm actually going to download this document. Let me download it. I want you guys to be able to see it better. So I'm going to go through that one, and then I'm going to pull that screen up, and then I'm not going to pull that screen up. I'm going to pull this one up. Okay. Why so much mystery? It's because I want to make sure I show you guys the right stuff. The right stuff. All right. I want to make sure you guys see it. So I don't think that is all in there. All right. This is introduction to sales funnels. Okay. Last week we talked about a booking funnel, how to get people to book in your funnel and what the process and so forth. But first, what we need to understand is what is a sales funnel, right? And I know you guys may have been wanted to try to join. I put a Zoom link. It apparently says it failed to connect to RTM source, meaning it didn't connect right. So if it didn't connect right, you guys are more welcome to join here on a chat. I am going to put on the chat here. I'll put it live so you guys can see it. Here is the link. You're more than welcome to join here. If you join here, I'll bring you up into the stage. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here really serving my community, but most importantly, serving myself because I know that the more I've learned to understand that the more I do or the more I help people, the more, the better I get. Isn't that funny how that works, right? So it does work that way, guys, by the way. So don't feel, let me see, streaming live service. I am streaming live. Yes, it is. It's awaiting. All right. So I am on there, but I'll keep an eye on it. So you guys, I'm actually going to put it in here. If anybody joins, make sure you join here. And I'm just going to minimize that screen. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to work. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. And I'm going to share. I should, man, I wonder if I could share a file. Actually, let's see if I can share a file, a presentation. Let me see if I can upload that presentation from the downloads. I just downloaded it. Yes, I think it can. Yeah, I think I can. I think it's working. All right, perfect. All right, guys. While it uploads, just what I want to do today is what I'm going to do every Saturday is I'm mastering this so much that I want it to become so easy for me to be able to present it to people, right? I'm very comfortable talking in front of people and so forth, but as you know, the more you go work out, the easier it gets. The more you work out, the more you read, and the more you absorb. Like for example, for me with the Bible, the more I read the Bible, the more insight I get, right? And that isn't that amazing how the more action you take, the better you get at whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your life, right? So let's go, guys. Let's get ready to work. We are, I think this is still processing. It is still processing. Let me see if I can present it. It's still processing. So with that said, we're going to talk about one thing today, which is like, what is a funnel? What is a real funnel? What is that? What does a funnel mean? And then I'm gonna jump on to actually work on a funnel that I'm working for myself. It's going to be called a sales execution boot camp for kingdom minded entrepreneurs. This is going to be a funnel, a process that I'm creating. I'm working with my team right now. So I want to make sure that when I jump on it, that they're not working on it, but we're creating a whole entire process, a funnel of what that's going to look like. As a matter of fact, I have my pen and paper right here, my new tablet. I got a Remarkable. It's pretty remarkable, by the way. So I hate paper and I don't usually take notes. So I started using my Remarkable, which is like $600, but it's really amazing. Again, and things, tools to make your life easier, they're worth it, right? I'm kind of laughing because I'm still getting. I actually wanted to know. I was doing a training, and it says, uh, I did a post about what is your number one expense in your household today, and people are answering all kinds of things. So I'm like, okay, what's this? Alcohol, okay, money, food, taxes. Gil, you know exactly the right answer. The right answer is this: the number one expense in your household is taxes. So if you're in taxes and if you're an entrepreneur, guess what you're able? You can expense a lot of your marketing stuff, right? So let's get to work. Deal? Let's get to work. Let me bring this up, guys, so that way you guys we can get to work here. So from the terminology, is that what the one I'm looking for? No, I think I'm looking for this page here. Recommendations. Here we go, guys. So I'm going to see if I can put myself like this. Okay. What about like that? All right, so I think that I'm gonna remove my chat so that way I can see more, so you guys can see more. So check this out. All right, so as you guys can see, what is a funnel and what can a funnel do for you for your business? Okay, I'm getting this um, source. If I can remove it from there, I'm not able to do it. It won't let me upgrade to unlock. I don't want to upgrade. I don't want to unlock it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's messing up with my head here. So what you want to think about is this, guys. The introduction to what a sales funnel is. What are funnels and what can they can do to do for you, right? What can they do for me? And I know you've heard this everybody talks about a funnel. And even myself, when I was doing the funnel process, I was completely confused because I thought it was something different than what I was seeing, right? I thought a sales funnel, I don't know if it happened to you, and the reason I'm bringing it up because if it happened to me, I'm pretty sure it probably happened to you. So one of the things you want to think about, what is a funnel and what does it do for your business? Okay, I wonder if I can remove myself from the screen so you guys can see the whole entire thing. Yeah, there you go. I don't need to be part of it. I don't need to be part of it. There you go. What if I do this one or this one? No. Um, I'm gonna do this one instead. All right, guys, here we go. You don't care to see my face, you care to see this information. How do funnels work? Okay, so there's a process of the funnel, as you guys can see, is the opt-in page, and I'm actually gonna start drawing it here, and then I'll share my screen what we're gonna do. Okay, there's an opt-in, then there's a sales page. In other words, give me information, then a sales page that describes everything on there, and then the next step is actually what? The sales page, and then the checkout page, and then upsell page, and a confirmation page. This is what the funnel looks like. Okay, now check this out. I am going to take a screenshot of this part here. I wonder if I Google sales funnel sideways, and the reason sideways. It actually does. Let me see if I have an image. So that way I don't even have to reinvent the wheel, right? So here we go, guys. I think this is the way that a funnel should be presented, right? So that way you guys can actually see it. Let me see if I can share the screen here. Somebody's about to get the conversion of a sales funnel. Here we go, lead funnel, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to grab this link here. I'm gonna minimize all this stuff here. Minimize, 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 close. No, don't sell. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to open this image and hopefully I can share it on here so you guys can see it. So that way you guys can really see exactly how it would look like. Because as you can see, it goes from the top to the bottom, right? Like that's the sales process. We're talking about sales because right now I'm actually creating a sales execution boot camp for Kingdom entrepreneurs. Okay. So if you're doing that entrepreneurs, what you want to think about, um, I'm gonna do it sideways. I see if I can share my screen here, or I want to fucking add a new source and add that image. I want to see if I can do that. Upload, and then did I put in a download or where is it? Sales cycle. It won't do that. I wanted to show it to you guys sideways because I think sideways is the way a funnel should look. So in other words, you see how you're doing the opt-in funnel, the sales, the checkout page, the upsell, and the other one, right? So instead of doing that, what you want to see is this way. And I'm actually gonna share my screen and show you guys what it would look like. Okay. So let's talk about the opt-in page, right? So it says here the opt-in page, the sales process, boom, the sales page, right? Then it has the checkout page, yes, right? And then the checkout page, and then you do the upsell page, right? And then you do. So let me share my screen. Let me stop share here, and then we're gonna share. Is actually remarkable. All right, so you guys should be able to see that on there automatically. Oh, wait a minute, you got to have it up. Uh-oh, it's asking me to relaunch. So it's doing an update, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll share it back with you guys. Let me go here again. And then it says convert here, boom, here, stop sharing. And then I'm going to go back here and then do reopen, accept. Okay, so I'm accepting. All right, so here we go. Let's go here. Share screen. Accept. There we go, guys. So hopefully you guys see it now. Let me see. Let me make sure. No, you can't see it. Share screen, window, remarkable. All right. So first we're gonna talk about the opt-in page. Boom. So you got the opt-in page here, right? Opt-in. So basically, in here you'll have the what we call the hook, right? The title. The title is entering the conversation that's going in that person's mind. Then you got the subtitle, right? The subtitle is actually the engagement part. Then you're gonna have maybe bullet points. These bullet points are information about that event. Maybe here with a little video. Boo, 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 play. The play button. I don't know if that looks like a play button to you, but it's okay. So you got the play button. So this is the opt-in page, right? When they opt in, they enter the name, email address, and phone number, right? So then now you're gonna have the opt-in page. When they opt-in page, you go to the sales page, right? Boom, 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 boom. Sales page. The sales page is going to contain again information. We will talk about this in the sales. What information you need to put in there. First, you got to understand the psychology of a sales funnel. Okay. Once they do that and they say yes, then what was the next step that it said? The next step that it said to do is actually create the here we go. the sales page, the checkout page. So they say, yes, I'm in. So they'll say, so you have two different things, right? You're going to say, yes, they opt in and they say yes. Then they're going to get the uh, what you offer is, whether you're doing a challenge, whether you're doing a webinar, whether you're offering them a free ebook, whether you're doing a tripwire, a landing, anything that you want to sell. This is the process, okay? Remember this: the opt-in page, the sales page, and then the checkout page. This is the sales page, and then the checkout page is going to be here, right? This is where the ching ching. So maybe you're doing it, maybe you're doing a $97 offer, right, for a webinar, or right, or online webinar, or online workshop, or online challenge, or online whatever it is that you're offering, right? Then you got to put it here in here exact. And but first of all, I want you guys to know that in the sales page, you better have the phone, the amount. Okay, people, one of the biggest problems that we have in sales is that people don't, they're not upfront. They're not, when you walk into a place, right? Look, let's just say, for example, I'm gonna walk into a car dealership. Okay, if I'm walking into a car dealership, guess what I'm asking that person? Wow, I like that car. How much? Right? They don't tell you, or they don't hide the price from you, right? That's not the way they do it. Here's the price up front, right? A house. What's the house? When you go look for a house, the first thing you look at, wow, that's expensive. You may think it's expensive because you don't know what's behind the house. So yes, most of us think we buy on pricing, but if you don't tell the pricing up front, what happens is that people already in the back of their mind, they're like, I wonder how much it is. 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 I wonder how much it is, right? So tell people up front what the cost is going to be. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So once they do that, and then now after they buy, then you actually have what they call the thank you page. And then of course, after that, then you provide the services. Yes? You with me? You with me? All right, let's get to work. So I'm going to show you what I'm already doing. I'm going to show you an actual event that I'm going to do so you guys can actually see, can you do something like that? And here's why I'm doing it like this. I think a lot of us, we're seeing all this marketing gurus, sales gurus, and everybody that tell us what to do, but not how to do it. Okay. So what I decided, I got on a call with my one of my assistants late earlier, and I told him exactly what I wanted. So we actually mapped it all out. And as a matter of fact, I can show you exactly how I mapped it all out, so you guys can actually see how I did this. I wonder if I can see my files. Boom, boom, boom. I can't do that. Let me see. Notebooks, quick sheets. Maybe, I don't know, guys. You gotta bear with me. I'm still learning this. Um, quick sheets. Page count. Nope. Recently opened. Nope. So I can't do that. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. Let's actually do, let's stop sharing that one, and I'm gonna share with you guys what I want to help, what I want to share with you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing that one. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop sharing that one. This is actually what you know, if you see that, if you see that screen right there, the intro to sales funnels, the intro to sales funnel is a different thing. It's a couple of things, right? What are the funnels? What can they do for you? Sales funnels are an alternative to a traditional website that allows you to generate leads, schedule appointments, and make product sales. Why that process and why not a website? Come on, guys. And I know this may be okay. I already know that, but let me kind of like refresh your memory on that. The reason for sales funnels versus a website is because so much information into the website. Like for example, on a website, you can have about us, a services that you provide, the ebooks that you have, your podcast, your networking events, just all this information about us, right? Who you are, who you're targeting, your testimonials, and all that, right? And what the sales funnel, the difference why sales funnel works much better is because you're giving them engagement in just that one thing, like this, right? Like a horse, right? Like making sure they go in that path. So in other words, eliminate all the extra clicks. Why? Because we live in a industry today, in a society that we are overloaded with information. So if we're not giving them and taking them through that journey, then what happens? People get really confused, and a confused mind says no, or they're looking for something. They're like, "That's not what I want. It's not what I want. It's not what I want." It's kind of like, have you ever walked on Walmart and you walk in, you're like, "Can you tell me what electronics is?" I'm looking straight for electronics, right? I'm not looking for food at that time, right? So you may not be looking at, for example, right now, if I told you, I said, okay, Joe, Jane, Javi, I'm gonna talk to myself. Javi, let me ask you a question. What is the number one problem in your business today? Is it marketing or sales? Because a lot of people think that that's what the two problems are. It's either I have a marketing problem or I got a sales problem, or the product that I have can't sell. That's not true, by the way, because there's a lot of people doing it with your product or services. Okay. I see that a lot, right? In the coaching industry. So one of the things you want to understand is this. You want to keep a person focused on that. And that's why most people today, as a matter of fact, I deal with a lot of coaches, and they say, my website doesn't, I need my website, my website, my website, my website. Why? The reason why is because a lot of the average person coming into the coaching industry, the business coaching, let me reframe that, because coaching can be so many different areas. And plus everybody thinks it's a coach now, right? By the way, I'm not a coach. The only reason I got my coach hobby from is actually because they're like, well, why they call you Coach Hobby? It's because I used to do wellness and fitness coaching. So I got stuck with that name. I love it. So I'm fine with it. Hobby, coach, hobby, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't, what I want to explain to you guys, more important than that, is that since you're talking to people who doesn't understand the website versus a funnel, a lot of them were telling me, well, what about my website? What about my website? What about my website? And I'm like, websites do not convert anymore. You should not be worried about that right now. You can implement your website. As a matter of fact, until today, I don't even have a website. I use anything but sales funnels. Why? Because they work a lot better. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you exactly, guys, what do I do to create my sales process. Okay, I'm actually going to show you one that I'm working on so you guys can see it. Okay, I'm actually do Chrome, and let's see if it's this one or this one. Let me see what this one is. This one is with all the custom values. This one with all the custom values. Yeah, this one. All right, so yes, so here it is with the custom values. All right, guys, so here we go. I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm working on here. Okay, and that way you can see the sales a funnel, because a funnel is not just a landing page. A funnel is a process that you take in that person through a journey. So look, for example, here, sales execution live boot camp. I'm gonna call it a boot camp, not a boot camp. Why? Because I'm gonna do it at a dance studio or a fitness place, however you want to call it. Boot camp, right? Sales execution boot camp. This is the date that is going to be on, which is going to be October, November 1st. Starts at 10 a.m. Let's just start at 12. We're going to do it for lunch, right? 12 o'clock. And now it tells me we got 23 days. I got 23 days to get this account set up. Now, most of us, including myself, guess what? I've been thinking about, when do I do it? When do I do it? I've been changing it. I've been changing. I don't know if I'm good enough. I'm not know if I'm not good enough. I'm like, you know what? You don't know if you're good enough until you do it. You're actually doing it to serve people. Okay. So this is the landing page, right? And I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna put another one that's very, to me, is gonna be probably very critical. People understand that it's going to be a kingdom for. Who is this for? For kingdom entrepreneurs. N-E-U-R-S. All right. All right, let me kind of change that text because I can barely understand. I think it's gray. But text, I'm gonna put bold text because I'm gonna put it white, and then this one should be white as well. There you go. But now I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna make it bold, so that way they know it's for kingdom minded Why? I want you guys, I wanted them to know that it's going to be based on how do we align ourselves with our purpose in God. And as you guys can see that underneath that says, for Deuteronomy 8:18 says, for remember there is the Lord your God who is gives you the ability to create wealth. So confirms his covenant, which he swore to your ancestors as it is today. I love that scripture. And I've been using it for my Bible studies. I've been using it for everywhere. Why? Because now it's so much embedded into my mind that I wanted to do that. Okay. So I know we're working probably around this. I'm actually going to do here and push myself here to actually do the video. So I'm going to do the video and then we're going to do this probably at a other section. So I made, oh, you know what? I know what I can do with this. I can do that in here. Instead of doing that one, we'll put that one in here, that image, because I think we can do it like that. Let me go back here and says relocated items. Where is this at? All right, all right, all right. Don't tell me I can't find it. If you guys see a lot of the Grant Cardone stuff here, I can tell you why. I'll explain to you why. The reason why is because I'm actually one of his licensees. In other words, why I went into why did I go seeking after his information was because what I want to do, I don't see it here. So if I don't see it here, I can actually grab this one. Watch this, guys. This is very simple. I can grab it and drag it. Oops. There we go here. Nope. Oops. I'm gonna go down, 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 down. All right, so then now maybe I can drag it from there. Boom, right? And then I'm gonna put down some more, right? Don't worry about this techie stuff, guys. I'm just doing it right now to kind of show you what I can do, what I'm thinking about doing here, because I don't want it that picture and I want a video to go there because I want to explain to you why am I doing this event. That's what people want to know. Why are you doing this event? How can that event impact my life, right? And then okay, anyways, guys, I'll do this later, but I want this one to go on the bottom. And as a matter of fact, I can just do this, copy. I know, I doubt myself sometimes. Here we go, there we go. So now I can delete this one. Okay, so I went after Grant Cardone. I'm actually, so you guys know, yeah, I paid a lot of money to be a part of his team. Why? Because I know that he's the number one sales training in the whole world. And since I've been working a lot with entrepreneurs lately, for what I've seen is that to me, even this stuff is like super easy. The sales funnels, right? The problem is you can create the sales funnel, but at the end of the day, if you can't close that, then what's the use, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but I've done it before. I created a whole entire landing page, beautiful website and all that. And I'm like, because people tell you, I'm actually going to do a marketing execution workshop, which is totally different. You got to have a marketing strategy and you have to have a sales strategy. They're not the same. Okay. So with that said, what I want you guys to know is, okay, so I'm sharing that screen. Perfect. What I want you guys to see is the flow of it, right? So here is going to say join the challenge. Join the challenge is going to go into, when I click in here, it says pop up. So it's going to have the pop up right here and it's going to ask several different questions, right? The name, the phone number, email address, what's your industry? How long have you been in the industry? And what was your annual revenue last year? Why? Because when they come into the workshop, I want to make sure that I speak their language. If they just came into business, which really I think it would be very smart for them to do that, because that way the first thing you want to do is actually say, okay, I'm here. How the heck do I fix this problem that I have? Right? So if you don't know your sales process, then your marketing is going to go off, or the other way around. But again, this one right now, we're talking about sales funnel. Okay. So I'm going to do it like this. Join the boot camp. boot camp, boot camp now. Join the boot camp now. Why? Again, here it could be, why do I want to join? Learn the, here's what a lot of people do, learn the secrets. Ain't no secret. There is no secret. It's the processes and systems that you have to implement. No secret. Like secret is something that nobody knows. Yeah, no, I don't think God built us to actually have the secret of how to have a great life. You want to know the secret of having a great life? Read the Bible. It's in there. You want to see the secret to having a messed up life? Read the Bible. It's in there. Okay, so by the way, I'm talking to two people that we're gonna do the sales execution workshop, because I believe the number one thing that we need to have first is have the right entrepreneur kingdom CEO mindset. So I'm talking to two different people, no names. I'm actually one of them just confirmed. So Marlene, she's really good at. She's got coached by some other great guys about the mindset and how to shift that, right? And I also have another doctor here locally that hopefully I can get her on board. Right after this, I'm going to call her, and I'm sure she will. So what is it? Learn the, and I'm going to put right here for right now. I'm going to put boom, 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 boom. Learn what? What is it that they're going to get out of it? Learn. I know what. Learn. And I'm not a copywriter, guys. So a lot of times, what I do is I actually have a copywriting software, and I put certain stuff in there. I'm going to give them this. 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 Boom. Give me a title. Give me a subtitle. And it populated like that. So we're not. This is not what we're going to do. This is not a script. Copywriting script training, or not even a training, you can call it a lab, right? Like, I like to get deeper, and I'm actually using my own stuff. Like, people don't do that. They always want to hide their stuff. All they got to do is just go to your link and copy your stuff. So what does it matter? Right? So why don't you just come and get it? Just ask me for it, I'll give it to you. So learn the proper, learn and increase revenue, your revenue, your revenue in for 2023. Why? Because right now everybody's starting to think about, oh man, it's already that time of the, I need to get working. And let me tell you one thing, guys, it's not that you're not doing the work, is that a lot of times we don't even know what we're doing for 2023, right? I'm going to put it in there like this, and I'm going to put that one underline, and then I'm going to put the underline red, boom, right? But the underline, and I'm going to go here and say, underline this for me, por favor. Boom, there you go, for 2023. And then should not be a celebration. Absolutely. Let's celebrate, right? And then where it says your revenue, what does revenue say to you? Money. Money is not evil, guys. By the way, if you're a kingdom entrepreneur and you're thinking, oh, look, he's talking about money, and God gave us the ability to create wealth. I just showed you the scripture. So get out of that mindset. I think the problem is because our ancestors, mom, dad, whatever, right? What if I did this? Boom. They told us that we were supposed to be, that, you just, money doesn't make you happy. I get that you say that, but I don't believe that that's actually true, because money gives us the ability to actually live a legacy, or leave a legacy for our kids. You mean to tell me that your kids don't need any money? We live an economy. What? Yes, this the economy, guys. So don't say that you don't need this. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous thinking. So that's what I call stinking thinking. I think, like, whoever said that was actually had a money mindset problem. We do have it. And by the way, I'm the first one to tell you that I came from a broken family, broken system, broken. I came from Colombia, and I just thought that nobody's supposed to have money. Like, everybody around me was broke. So you're right. Who you hang around with. I bet you people that are very wealthy, and I'm not doing this to become wealthy, but I think we all have it in us that we can impact the world, and in the return, we have the ability to create wealth for our families, for our kids, right? So you tell me you're not supposed to have money. So why do you work? I work to provide. Exactly. To create wealth. Wealth doesn't have to be prosperous, right? No, I'm good like that. Mindset, again, mindset. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go very deep into that day. Okay. So I hope you guys join us. So there's a lot of things that you want to go into when you're doing this stuff like this, right? To make sure um, that maybe you want to ask some questions prior to them joining, right? And when they join, and actually here, I'm not sure if it's in here, right? Today is not going to be 497, so we're going to have 197 locally because we are going to give you lunch, we're going to give you snacks, we're going to give you a lot of energy drinks. Yeah. We're gonna have some Christian music. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm probably, just it's just gonna be so amazing. Again, I'm doing it because I'm speaking positivity into it. If we're like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Of course not. You're already telling yourself that, right? So don't tell yourself that. So again, let's go back to this sales execution. 5 days actually going to be uh 2 day boot camp. Was going to do a workshop boot camp, but boot camp. There you go. We could easily charge 699, and for a 5 day challenge, then the boot camp. And this is not BS, guys. Grant Cardone actually charges $6,500 for the same training that I'm going to give you. This training I'm going to give you, I'm actually got certified by that by with to provide that. So don't think I'm just stealing the stuff from him. Not true either. I actually paid $25,000 to be able to provide that information to you guys, bringing it over all the way down from Florida last week. Now it's coming down here. I'm ready. I'm ready to make an impact into my community, into my life, because you cannot give what you don't have. So if you don't have success, you want to know why a lot of people sit in the corner. They're like, yeah, or they tell you, gurus, right? You got like 23-year-old guys. Do you want to uh, uh, decrease your ad spend? Why do you even worry about the ad spend? If you're making money, you don't even look at the ad spend. You're like, let's go, right? Mindset, money mindset, money mindset. That's what we're gonna start with the boot camp first. Boot camp. Boom, and I'm gonna put some stuff. Maybe what we want to do is also create some kind of images and stuff like that background that talks about boot camp. Because when you say boot camp, what does this say to people? So we got to speak that language. 5 day, and actually a it's gonna be a 2 or 3 day. I'm trying to work with that right now, right? So I'll let you guys know. Boot camp, okay, boot camp, where you were able to walk in with your own process and sales processes. What are you going to get out of there? I promise you guys, you're going to get everything you need to execute. That's why we're going to call it the sales execution. Most of us just talk about it, but we're not doing about it. We're doing nothing about it. Like, you're not taking the action. And I'm hoping that that's what we're going to do with this workshop, boot camp. Sorry, now I'm talking about workshop. I got to get it. Boot camp, boot camp, boot camp, boot camp. So yes, the mentor is here. Just got certified in his processes and systems and everything. Who am I? Javier Pulido, sales and marketing strategy. I've been doing marketing and sales since I was probably born. I'm just kidding. From I was 18, I think I started doing sales because think about this. We said, when did you become a salesperson? Yeah, we are all salespeople. We sell on a daily basis. We sell ourselves or we sell ourselves out of it. So, for example, I'm gonna go buy a car, right? And I tell the guy, I'm like, I only want a payment of $495. What am I telling him? I'm selling him into what I can pay. What is he going to go look for? I just sold him on the price. I told him what I needed to pay to stay within my budget. Got it? Hope that makes sense. All right. So you will get all this. This is what you call the sales page, right? You can actually have the sales page here. Then from there, the other one, you don't have to have an opt-in page and then a sales page and so forth. Because this one's actually, you're going to do the sales page up front. I don't want to do an opt-in. If they don't want to come in here, not a problem. You can opt right out of it. Okay. So that way you don't have to like, oh, you opted in, but you didn't and so forth. If they don't want it bad enough, if we don't want to grow bad enough, we're going to find an excuse to talk ourselves out of it. So if your problem is for sales processes and funnels, this is what we're going to learn. We're going to learn the elements of the perfect sales process, the greeting, the fact finding, the demo, how to do a right demo, how to close. Most importantly, since this is a boot camp, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to be actually a worksheet, and we're going to be doing live role playing live. We're gonna put things together. We're gonna put them in paper, so when you walk out of there, you know exactly what you're going to go do. Okay. So about $1,600 in value based on all this information that I got, how much that he would sell these different trainings for. So it's about $1,600 in sales. For $200, you can't beat it. All I'm doing is covering my cost, and that's it. That's all I want, because I'm trying to serve the world. Okay. So why should you? Okay. So what are you getting? Why 10x reasons why you need to attend, right? Why? Because it's hobby. I'm amazing. I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. uh, I am amazing because I think God made me amazing, not because I make myself amazing. Okay. If you're making less money than you could be. Okay. The second one is you have questions. Javi has the answers. This is content that I'm going to give you that, yes, it came from Grant Cardone, and I do have the ability to use all this stuff. So, no, I'm not stealing it. Either way, I also put this in here. This is huge. I'm giving them value. Guess what? You want to pay Uncle Sam, or what do you want to pay yourself? You want to pay Uncle Sam, or you want to pay yourself? I want to pay myself. Guess what I just did? I went and spent $25,000 with Grant Cardone. Guess what I'm doing? I'm deducting it from the taxes. I did that right before my last taxes, so that way I'm paying myself, investing in myself, so I don't have to give the money to the government so they can go and have the states or whatever they have them and so forth. I'm not saying I don't pay taxes. I'm saying that this was a deduction that we actually don't see that. I have my testimonial here. It's actually in HTML. Why listen to me? What qualifies me to present this boot camp? Boot camp. Boot camp. What qualifies me? Then I put some of my certifications in there. We're going to put the rest of them on here. Define the 5 steps sales process. Information assisted selling, a selling process that serves the buyer with information. Today more than ever, consumers in an information filled society have become accustomed to having access to more information than they have reasons to. How often have you said or heard, Google it? Right? So people probably, then they come and buying from you already, they probably already done shopping around. So that's why it's better to just be upfront, be straight, be forward. Not everybody's your client, and don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Why are you afraid to ask for the sale? If you're worth it, they will pay. I promise you. If you say people don't have money, we live in a bad economy. Make your economy. All right. All right. So this is what we're doing now. What we're going to do. And I'm going to show you one more thing here, and then I'm done. All right, guys, here we go. What I'm going to do here is now I'm going to go to the next step, which is, okay, so I have the sales page. Let's preview it. So here we go. Sales Execution Live Bootcamp for Kingdom-Minded Entrepreneurs. Remember, it was the Lord that it is He who gives you the ability to create wealth. So confirms it. Here it is. I'm going to do the video here. I promise I'm going to do the video probably not this afternoon because I have to leave. I have to go do some things for my church. Yes, you got to serve more than ever before, so that God will open the doors for what you want to do in these things, guys. All right, I believe that. I'm doing it. Here we go. So wherever now, watch what I'm doing here. Secure your spot. Secure your spot. Secure your spot. Secure your spot. Oh, and I should put another one down here. Secure your spot. So let's do that. Why? I'll tell you why that happens. A lot of people leave that out, and the reason behind that is because what you want to think about is the following. People want security spot now right here. I'm going to put it down here, exactly here, and I'm going to put it here at the bottom. Boom. There you go. The last one. Why? Why do you tell it so many different areas? because you don't know when that person's going to be ready. And what you don't want them to do is go back up. Where's that button at? Where's the, I don't see it. Boom. And then they look. A confused mind will say no. Okay. 23 days. Join the challenge. What if I wanted to say, join the challenge now? Give them a sense of urgency, right? Sense of urgency is here, but I can also say, boom, and I'm going to add facts countdown, minute timer, I think. Yeah, watch this, guys. I'm going to put this one up a little bit here, and then I'm going to go in here. And then what I want to do is, okay, label, color, boom, all right. And then this one, black, white, right? So what this is actually doing is letting them know. Let me see if I can move this one up a little bit. I love doing this stuff, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I just love it. I just love doing this stuff. What I'm looking for, or margin top. See that? I'm going to bring it very close to that now because I wanted to see you have 44 minutes to make up your mind. Make up your damn mind. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to do this. And then what I'm going to do here on the desktop. And what I'm doing is right here on the desktop first, right? 44 minutes on the desktop. And what I'm going to do here is I'm also going to look at the mobile. But right now, all we're worrying about is the desktop version because this is for a training purpose. And I'm just going to shoot it over to my virtual assistant and tell them to finish up and make sure that the mobile version looks the same. I don't know if I like that. I hope you guys let me know. I don't know if this is like too much. Let me do this one and let me do a refresh now that I saved it and watch how it looks in here. See that sales execution workshop? I don't know that there's too much in the background. I think it is. What do you guys think? I think that's too much. What if I did this and then I actually, how does that look? Does it look more clean? Yes, more clean, more lot more cleaner. Maybe. So maybe I'll leave it like that. I think so. We're gonna put the flyer. Maybe I'll just put the flyer on top of here. What we're going to do. Maybe that will be the right thing to do here. Okay. Now remember one thing, guys. Make sure when you're doing this process. All right. So that's part one. I'm gonna finish up for today. But if you guys want to stay until next Saturday, I'm gonna show you next Saturday how the whole process works. Not just from here, but when they opt in, how do you grab it from there and make it go into your CRM? Because you need tools. Technology will help you do the follow up, especially if you're an individual entrepreneur and you don't have the team to help you. You better have some automation process in place, like following up with the contacts. How do you following up? How do you send them emails? How do you send them text messages? How do you know where they are at? How do you know if they opened the email or if they came in from a from a Facebook ad, or where did they come from? What did they download? What? So this is what I use technology for, and this is actually what we're doing with this with our platform here, is doing exactly that. Okay, because I want to know who's opening and so forth. I have a list already, and then we're going to be running some ads. I'm already connecting with some associations here from I'm actually, if she says something, I'm going to put sponsors, right? So I'm going to have them, 2 or 3 of them as sponsors, and promote them, right? People will appreciate that too. It's not just about you, it's about other people. So let's go. Let's close this for right now. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, guys. Today it is Saturday, and we're doing sales funnel. Today was a sales funnel. Last week we did an automated booking funnel, your booking funnel. And one more thing I want to show you guys is this, how I map it out. You guys see me, my ugly handwriting, how I mapped it out in the system, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to show you how I do it, how I map it out, and what software I use. So this is my challenge, and I'm going to share it with you so that way you guys can see. You got to map these things out first, because sometimes we get overwhelmed, right? Not you, but not you, but the person next to you, right? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say share, and I'm going to do window, and here we go. So I want you guys to see this, what I am sharing. This is what I use. This is actually a software that I use. It's called Sketch Wow, and it actually helps me kind of map out my whole entire process. So as we were looking at right now, the traffic, organic and paid, and then the Facebook ads. I'm going to be running Facebook ads, social media, and then one that's not in here, which is outbound reach, which is the list, right? I have a list. Invite them over to the 5-day challenge, right? I am challenge certified, so I want to make sure that people know that I'm also challenge certified, right? And then from here, call to action, right? This is what we went to the landing page, and whenever they opted in, right? Did we do that? Did we go to the opt-in page? Anyways, I know it's 150, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to stay between 45 minutes and an hour. That workshop, if you want it, I wonder if I should put the link on there. No, because it doesn't have the rest of the stuff. So I promise, if you want to increase your sales, I'm going to give you guys right now a free um, sales 20. Let me see which one I'm going to give you guys. I want to see. I got 4 or 5 different ebooks that really have a lot of value in it, not just blah blah blah. That, oh, so you wrote a book. I didn't write no books. I don't want to write books. I don't want to write books. I actually paid 25K to Grant Cardone, who has written all these books, the 10X Rule, the Fill Your Pipeline. He's got so many books, right? And he's got the success story. So that way you don't have to. Why would I read his book? You don't have to. You don't have to. It's not about me. And I just got to learn how to get out of myself, right? So I'm going to give you how to fill your pipeline with cold prospecting. How about that one? How to fill your pipeline with cold prospecting. Would you guys like that? Okay, so I'm going to share it right there in the chat. Boom, chat. And I'm going to put the chat on. I'm going to share this with you guys right there. Here we go. Make sure you get it. Now, if you get it, if you download the ebook, by next week, we're going to follow up with you and invite you to the workshop. Okay? We're going to invite you and invite you to the workshop. So why I'm doing this, and I want to show you guys the funnel process that I'm using. I just had this conversation over with my team, and when we wrote it down, I'll show you what we did. Let's see if I still have it in here. I mapped it all out. Oops, it's not sleeping. Don't sleep no more. It says my 10x advantage currently offline. Ebooks. I got ebooks in here. No ebooks. Notebooks. Quick fill. Okay. I don't have it access to it in here, but I did. I did create it. So my process is this. Okay. So, and I'll share it with you guys. It is free trainings. Like I'm doing free trainings, and I think you sometimes when we don't see is like the reason why you're training somebody is not so you can spend your time giving stuff away. It's because one, you are giving value and you're giving them an understanding that you know what you're talking about. And then the second of all, is the second reason is because you're becoming better trainer. Like every time I get on here more and more, and I've been doing it this past week, except yesterday. Yesterday is Friday, the only time I don't do it. Today's Saturday. So I'm doing it today, rest tomorrow, and then every day, Monday sales, Tuesdays is automation, marketing is Wednesdays, Thursday is automation Q&A, and then Friday I rest and Saturday. Imagine I'm getting all this training. It's kind of like going to work out every day for me, right? Like every day I go work out, I feel good about myself. If I'm giving you guys value, I feel good about myself. And guess what's going to happen when I do the sales execution workshop? Boot camp. What boot camp? How are you going to think you're going to feel? You're going to feel a lot more ready, if that's a word. Ready to execute, ready to get more value, ready. I'm going to do it for, I think, 2 or 3 days. I'm just thinking about doing it here locally. Are people, is it too much for them to drive every day for 3 days? Maybe that's too much. Maybe we do 2. Maybe we tell them, and I'm going to do it live and in person, and in person online, and then and live events on online live event. Okay. But guys, this is what we're doing. So my strategy is going to be free trainings, getting them to ebooks, those ebooks following up with them, get on a strategy call, on a sales strategy call, on a marketing strategy call to help them to serve that person, not to sell them, to serve them so they can see the value that you have in the marketplace so that way they can exchange services for money. Yes, I said the word money. Oh my God. How is the society going to survive without sales? How does the economy move without sales? The government sells you every day. Pay taxes. Government, I'll close the borders. I will open. All they want is your money. They just by paying them the salary. That's why you get to vote and choose. So come on, guys. God gave us the ability to create wealth. And what happens is that we're stuck in the back of our mind saying, "Oh yeah, but I'm just a stay-at-home mom." So what? You have the ability to create wealth and change your legacy. You have the ability to create wealth. If you are a father and working the 8 to 5, cutting grass, God bless you for that, because I know I couldn't do it, but you have that passion. Now, most people are saying, I'm tired of cutting grass for somebody. I'm going to go open up my own grass cutting services. I seen just last week, one of the ladies called me. She says, Javi, I'm going to open up my own. She does great remodeling. And she told me, she says, I want to do, I want to open up my own business. So now I'm talking to her about the things that she needs. I haven't asked her for $1. Why? It's not always about the money. People will pull out the wallet and pay you when they know your value. Okay? 156, guys. I talk too much. I know I don't have a problem talking. I don't have a problem talking at all. Not a problem. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping in. If you jumped in, I hope I'm being able to bring you some wealth. And don't forget, it's coming up around the November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, or no, for November 1st and 2nd, whichever one it is, to do a sales execution workshop for kingdom entrepreneurs, because there's going to be a lot of God given information in there. So that way we can get out of our head and into our heart and actually pull out that vision and passion that God has for you. God doesn't want us to sell. Sure about that. What about the talent of the talent, the parable of the talent? When that master gave the three servants 5, 2, and 1. Go check out my page, and on Thursday I did a training on that for a Bible study. More than that, it wasn't a training; it was a Bible study that talked about specifically that. If that's the case, when it says you what is it? What was the name of it? Let me actually share it with you guys, so that way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. um Live here, let's see objections. um I think this is it. Okay. Nope, that was not it. That was not it. Let me see. I know I downloaded it, and I'm gonna give you guys the that scripture so you can go and see that. And I'm gonna be talking exactly about that, because some people are not telling you that's not the parable of the talents. Okay, here we go, guys. Without further ado, I'm gonna stay with you 2 more minutes, and I'll share this with you because I think it's very important for us to know this stuff, right? Let me see. This is too much information here. Proverbs. Here we go. Application of the three. Peter 4:10, God has given you Israel a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. I have the ability to do digital marketing. So what am I supposed to keep it to myself? No. Do not lay up your treasures on earth. So yes, if you're creating wealth just to have your little car, to have that and stuff like that, more than actually spiritual wealth, right? Then that's the problem. That's a lot of the problems. So how do we get fat? I was talking about that. How to get fat? Be faithful. Uh, oh, you know what? I like that. The fat version we can use it in the execution workshop. How to get fat by the end of the workshop of the boot camp. Boot camp. I got it. Oh my God! Repetition, repetition, repetition. Right. So what happened here was passing along see Galilee. We'll talk a lot about this, guys. But spiritual breathing and useful teaching and rebuking. Um, when we're let me see if I can go straight to this. will be gone like his ability to then he went away, right? So and he had received the 5 talents forward and bringing the 5 talents more, saying, Master, you have delivered me for 5 talents, and here I made 5 more talents for you. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful faithful over little, and I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of the master. What are they talking about? He's talking about the talents, money that he gave them to do something with it. We are storing the treasures and we're not even investing the money. We're actually putting it underneath your blanket. And that's not what God says. He is also who had 2 talents came forward and saying, Master, have you delivered the 2 talents here? I have made 2 more talents, Master. And he said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. I will set you over master of a lot, right? Then he also had the services talent come forward saying, You knew you had, I knew, now we have making excuses, right? I knew you had to be a hard man, reaping what you did not sow and gathering where you did not scatter the seed. So I was afraid. Wow. Is that not an excuse for all of us that we use today? We're afraid, so we don't do anything about it, right? So I was afraid. Here's what you get. But the master answered him, You wicked and slothful servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gathered where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money in bankers with the bankers, and at my coming, I should have received my own money with interest. Mic drop. Okay. So don't think that God is not telling you what you gift is what are you doing with it. Sometimes we're just making excuses of what we're not doing with it. Okay. I hope that served you guys. I am going to say ciao for now. It's 2:01. I'll talk to you guys on Monday sales workshop lab lab boot camp